Hello, good evening or afternoon or good morning if you are from a far-flung location. We are here in Santa Monica. Oh, I'm liking these VTs. You guys have done good work this season. Look at these colors. Look at these gorgeous colors. A sensory overload on the pier in the evening. Welcome to ECS at North America. If you are tuning in and you were watching Europe, then welcome back. If you weren't tuning in, then who knows? Maybe you had work. Maybe you were locked in a room. There was a woman who died because she accidentally locked herself in an airing cupboard.
Whoa.
And then she died.
You know,
That's really unfortunate.
I heard a story recently where a woman went in the wrong apartment and thought that she was getting robbed, and she shot that person, killed them.
That is a really horrible way to die.
Yeah.
It must be said.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, welcome to the show. Sunny Santa Monica and happy Rainbow Sparkle Squad, unicorns, flowers, and things which look and smell very, very nice indeed. Chanel number 5, perhaps, who knows. 399 days since we could draw on a map. If I check my watch, the minute hand is in the way a little bit because I've got the GMT time here.
Has to be.
We're not far away from 400. From 400, Sean!
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy, man.
We need to do something to celebrate tomorrow.
I don't know if I would call it a celebration.
I mean, we need to get excited again.
To market. What's the right word?
We need to get the people excited again.
Okay, we'll think about ways to do that. But first, let's have a look at the action we have coming. Well, let's look at the action that has come. How we got to this point. Let's have a look at the bracket and see what matches have passed already. MIBR beat X Luminosity, who are no longer existent, 2-0. They beat them and they disintegrated, man. They just got deleted. It's like, I don't know, they just turned into bubbles and all popped.
Thanos.
They got Thanos, yeah. Then MIBR lost to ATK yesterday. ATK putting in a strong performance, taking MIBR out 2-1. That was really interesting to watch. They make their way to the final, but who are they awaiting? Sharks' route to the final is past a quest, not a Tribe Called Quest. Made that joke twice already, and here we are again. They'll be playing Cloud9 today, who beat Singularity 2-1 earlier on in the bracket. Cloud9, a team still in development, maybe still in the womb. Are they a fetus? Sean?
I don't know. You know those memes that like go through a bunch of things and it's like, you are here, and then it just keeps going?
Yeah.
Like, they've lost their first LAN. They've lost online a little bit. They almost lost to Singularity. And now, like, we are here. And if they lose to Sharks, what's next?
Okay, well, let's see where they'll be playing Sharks.
Yeah.
No Vertigo. I'm sad. It's probably good for Cloud9 they vetoed it because Sharks look nasty on that map. But here we go. Train, Nuke, and Mirage. I'm actually really interested in the predictions. We've got 10 on the server, so we will speed through these items. Train, Nuke, and Mirage will be the maps. Dan, what are you thinking?
I'm picking Sharks for this one.
Okay.
Because Cloud9 are just lacking. Since when we last watched them, sure, they picked Nuke. I think this will go to 3. I think Sharks will win it on Mirage. They showed a pretty good Mirage against Liquid, obviously, beating them there. And they just generally seem to be a super hyped team. Really hungry. They've got a good system. It seems to be working. They've got holes because they're not a super top-level team just yet, but Cloud9 have a lot of holes as well.
Young Sharks is the full name. You see the Y&G above.
Young Sharks.
Oh, it's like Baby Shark. Baby Shark.
I don't know what that song is, Sean.
What?
What is that song from?
I don't know the song either.
What? Okay. Maybe it's just because I'm a child. We can talk about it later.
Okay.
I'm going Cloud9. I
Yeah?
don't really have like enough footage on watching Sharks. I know the players on Cloud9 super good, obviously. They haven't really shown it though in a server yet, which is the problem. I think the fact that they're going back to Nuke is a good thing. I think that means they watched their demo, they learned from their mistakes, and they're gonna come in today and look hot.
Okay, for me, I think it's kind of 50-50 with where the teams are at the moment. The thing is, we saw a super strong series from Sharks, but we also saw a super weak series from Sharks. They seem dramatically inconsistent. So at their strongest, I would pick them against Cloud9. Cloud9 have been strong on their CT side, they've been weak on their T side. So it's really back and forth. I don't know. I'm going to go Sharks for the coin flip. To go 50-50. I'm going to do the Sean Grills, and I'm going to go for Sharks. But I do feel it's 50-50, but again, we've basically seen 2 matches of Sharks, 2 or 3 matches, but it's been like night and day. There hasn't really been a middle ground we've seen just yet. And is that middle ground somewhere where they lose more than they win? Maybe we'll find out in this game. I'm going to pick Sharks, but really, I think it's 50-50. The people, though, are with Sharks. That is Brazil coming in strong.
That's crazy.
I wish I knew some Portuguese words. I know they type obrigado. I don't know how you pronounce that stuff, man. I haven't been to Brazil just yet, but maybe I'll learn some once I go there. But there we go, 73%. That is huge for Sharks. But we're a pinnacle stand on this. Where's ooh?
Wow, the money's even on
There's
Sharks.
That's the first time I've seen just a clear number with no decimal point, man. No decimal point, no mathematics needed. You don't need that kind of grid paper you get in the UK maths books. Just a solid 2.
That's disrespectful to my man, Automatic.
Okay, how dare they, Sean says. Well, let's see how they dare. Sharks will be on the T side. They will be the aggressors, but maybe Cloud9 will choose to be aggressors as well. On this pistol round, 2-man push in the upper area, trying to abuse the range of these pistols. So far, so good. 10s picking off Mayan.
Indeed, 10s.
Headshot him. 1 HP.
Start things off well for Cloud9. Sean, you're going to have to keep your eyes on JNT when he gets that orb. You're going to see some crazy stuff you've never seen before in your life. Okay. Flickiest AWPer you will see.
Also, Leo Drunky is a wild man.
Yeah.
It's a great alias.
It is. He lives up to it. Now the bomb is ticking away, so the money's been guaranteed for Sharks. Can they hold on to this? So it's really hard on the CT side to actually retake this bomb site when the T's have post-plant positions. They'll try, and they are hitting their shots. Time is of the essence, though. Another nice one for 10s.
There's a smoke somewhere.
There's no kit, though.
That's huge.
Kusta's finally found a kit. He is on the bomb. JNT's got to swing, but he focuses on Mixwell. And that rescued kit will rescue the round for Cloud9. They take the pistol. Didn't look likely, but the kit made a hell of a difference, as well as the numbers advantage. Daps always has a kit on a pistol round.
Automatic actually had it that round.
Oh, excuse me.
I was surprised. Yeah, he had a smoke kit. Everyone else had armor. I think I had to do with the spawns, though. Maybe
Interesting.
Daps pushed upper.
Yeah, with the play upper. Makes sense.
That's cool. All green.
Green is good. Yeah, the Brazilians have a lot of green going on in the gloves and the skins, the gloves and the knives, rather. There we go. Automatic taken out. JNT trying to survive this harassment. Kusta, he will be denied. Restraining order has been secured.
Wow. When he threw that smoke, I'm like, I don't feel like that's necessary.
Yeah.
And then as he's falling back into the smoke, that's when the MP9 comes out. And he gets a kill through the smoke. That's outrageous.
I love the art style of this org. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dan. But I just had to say that. I had to get that out.
It's a beautiful skin.
It's excellence, isn't it? I don't even know what it's called.
It reminded me of what is it? What is it called? That tattoo? The tattoos you get like Indian weddings.
The what?
Tattoos you get at like Indian weddings.
Oh, the henna.
Henna tattoo. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
This looks really, really bad for Cloud9. 3 Kriegs alive. And so long as Sharks don't overplay their hands, they will be good to go here. They can just barrel into a bomb site together. They don't even have to complicate things. They're going to go back out through T main. They are committed at this point.
I feel like that's the worst decision they could have made.
I just completely agree.
In an unlucky way, because where all of Cloud9's located is around T main.
Well, maybe there's enough time because JNT he's been voted as the expendable human in this respect. But if there is a ladder push, then anything could happen. Daps has made his way with the MP9, and now there are problems because they have just not waited enough time. But he's selling the rotation. The knives are out though, and it's a complete massacre. Looks like Sharks are throwing the round. The rotations are hard on train.
It's done.
5 seconds, they can't plant the bomb, and Daps will get another kill. He's making that coin, baby. He is printing money. He's got the Supreme gun, and the money's flying all over the place.
It's so hard to watch teams throw rounds like that where they just outplay themselves. It's just so hard. You have a 5v3 on train. The CTs cannot cover everything. You just go one place. You can leave yourself time. Just walk there together.
They needed that plus 10 seconds. Like, I think that the play is cool, putting JNT into the B bomb site, but they need enough time to rotate with some cover on ladder or just with weapons out. So it was too late for my money.
Yeah, and like they had 5 players, they could have tried to set up a split there if they're going to go for the outside. That way they can kind of go abort it and then go with JNT into that bomb site.
From the mid guy. It was 5-1-2. And then
there's so many ways they could have done
Damien Steele stealing the round.
Ooh.
Boom.
Nice.
I could have said Damien Steele bringing the pipe. Right.
Yeah, that too.
I suppose
Or when he gets like kills and Molotovs, you'd be like, fire can't melt steel beams.
Okay, that flash way too far away to have an impact on Mixwell, but Mixwell can't deliver the kills. Maybe it did have an impact after all. That's spreading the bullets now. The garden hose is out. Pesticides taking the weeds out. Only losing the one player. Kusta, perhaps there is an upgrade for him. Mixwell had a Krieg, right? So it should be. There we go. The M4 has been collected by Kusta. And it's a solid 3-0 for Cloud9. Shouldn't be, but it is. And we can only go with what is. We must let go of what could have been.
It's his Sharks pick. It's not all the Kriegs. So JNT is the player to watch. Is that what you're saying, Dan?
Yep. I think Train is a really hard map for a T-side orb. If your team doesn't play Train.
Really? I feel like there's so many good mid-game scenarios, like being lower ramp, back pop, or like if your team starts taking it outside, you're like lurking around by mid-train.
Well,
oh boy. That is the meat and the potatoes.
That was bold.
Got to get into position on that orb.
I can't even get excited about this stack anymore when I've seen the 3-man stack.
Yeah.
That one is just
That
awesome.
was really cool, yeah.
Cloud9 actually did it last time we saw them, right? Did they do it?
I saw EG do it first, I think.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm thinking of EG.
That connects the smoke out. Invite peak.
Leo Drunky.
Yeah, Leo Drunky, I think Sharks are one of those teams where if you haven't played against the players so much, they're really going to catch you off guard with the forward plays people like Leo Drunky make. You just don't see from many other teams. He's like fur on bath salts sometimes. So it's he really caused some problems on maps like Vertigo.
They're doing the whole like old Luminosity thing where they just like try to get a pick with an AWP until 30 seconds are left. And they didn't get that pick. They have exhausted some utility from the CTs. Now they have to break the bomb site, and there is a 2K from Kusa. No response. No response, and it's just a dial
wild.
Tone. That's all that
They picked up the mantle.
That's wild.
They've picked up the mantle from Luminosity. You've dispersed. Don't worry, guys, we got you.
Yeah.
But I wonder if all these Brazilian teams are all playing against each other, it might be partly why it's so common.
Maybe, yeah. It's, like when I said like it's hard to like activate the AWP, it's like when I say that it's hard if your team doesn't know how to play the map on the T side to get the AWP into positions. If you just expect the AWP to just open up around for you by peeking T main, peeking alley, and that's it, and doing that boost and so on.
I will say that flash daps through was insane. I don't know if he was expecting it to blind lower. I think he was trying to blind upper to save Kusta, and you could tell because Kusta was still looking there at the flash. But that's an excellent flash for that scenario. Like it blinds the guys down lower ramp and upper.
It's nice.
Pretty good.
I think Dabs has done 200 damage with the HEs in 2 rounds. There's a nice opening shot. But can they get the bomb planted?
Ooh. Couple kills. Another bomb plants. Might be a slow start here for Sharks, but this is good to get some money in the bag. No Juan's presence. And 5-0. Looking pretty clean for Cloud9 so far. Would like to see some more from this. What worries me with the way Sharks are playing is that it's okay if the rounds are slow and they don't get anything done, but I'm not even seeing a default. I'm not seeing them pressure Ivy, maybe get a pick there, or just push back CTs and just like leave a guy deep, set themselves up to go outer with some smokes, and then maybe actually just be pressuring B afterwards instead and faking it. Like there's lots of stuff that push and pull you can do around the map, but right now it seems extremely one-dimensional.
I agree. I feel like this round is going to tell us a lot, right? Calm down, maybe fall into a default here. Daps with a second.
I like the aggression from Daps. I feel like more aggressive Daps would be great for his playstyle. Oh my god, it is the mass deletion squad once again. What do you think, Dan? How are you feeling?
It's not good, is it?
If you guys should see Dan's body language.
This is not the Sharks we were expecting. But again, this is the thing. We haven't seen too much of them just yet. When they're strong, they're really strong. When they're not strong, they're pretty damn weak.
Yeah, we haven't seen that map pool. We've seen Mirage, we've seen Vertigo. Vertigo, Mirage, they can play those maps.
So when they're strong, they're like a great white shark. And when they're weak, what's a really weak shark?
A weak shark.
Nurse shark.
I don't know that you could call any shark weak.
Sand shark?
There are some which I suppose you could say nurse shark, because you can see them just sitting around, not really doing much or moving, which has been part of the T side so far.
They're tiny as well, right?
They're just chilling. They're not large, no. They're like dogs in some ways. And they won't chase a ball, but...
Are you in any way scared of sharks?
Scared? No. Intimidated on occasion. When I was in Fiji, I did 4 shark dives in a row in a week. And I don't know if they like Googled me or something or whatever, but they basically, if there's like a photographer there with like proper diving photography equipment, they'll take them further out. There's this big shark pit in Fiji, in the, I forget what it's called, Pacific Harbor, where they have like 40 bull sharks swimming around. And they have this ridge where they've put these concrete slabs on for people to lie and just watch the sharks, and the staff are above with aluminium rods. So if the sharks get too close, they gently nudge them away. But they put me inside the shark pit alone.
I think you showed me
But
that
there was a really strong current, and I was holding onto a rock, and there were 2 bull sharks just swimming past me, which I just wasn't really very comfortable with. But that's as nervous as it gets. But if I saw a tiger shark, which I was hoping for, then I'd probably be terrified.
Would they come after you if, like, say, it's just like a normal shark? Like, obviously, like, a pregnant mom shark is going to, like...
No, I'd say probably the most dangerous situation you would be in is if you saw oceanic white-tip sharks. Because if you're around a reef and so on, there's generally reasonable food for a shark. But oceanic white-tips go very long ranges and don't get much food. So I'd say that you're probably going to get wrecked if you bump into one of those, but you'll be in the middle of the sea. Running down into the B bomb side, it may be more success. Kusa goes 1 for 1. He's 1 and done, and maybe there's a chance at least to plant the bomb. Pushing through the bomb site might be unlikely for Sharks. However, they already have 1 player by connector now. If this has not been detected, this could do everything for Sharks.
This is HE nades have been phenomenal.
Yeah, they need more than HE nades in this round, though. J&T with a second kill from default. Automatic won't win his duel, so maybe there's a chance yet for Sharks. Daps and 10s remain, and this round is becoming expensive for Cloud9. That 10s doesn't have an angle. I think he may want to pick up that AWP, but there's only so much risk one can take.
Sharks are on the board.
Yeah, there it is.
They take 4 guns in the next round. You can see they want to hit the inner bomb site. Like that, I don't know if they put a lot of prep work into like anti-stratting Cloud9. Maybe they feel like their inner is weak, but they're definitely trying to abuse that inner site right now.
I feel like when you get J&T in there as well, when the bomb's taken away, that off is going to be juicy. I'm hyping him up a lot.
Yeah, haven't seen much yet.
Building him up. He got 1 kill out of rounds.
Yeah,
It was nice, wasn't it?
It was a nice kill,
It
yeah.
was pretty good.
oh my.
Okay, 3.83, so Pinnacle not impressed with what they've seen. What
Reverse.
Sharks were a slight favourite at
Yeah.
the beginning, right? Or they're like, oh my god, what have we done? Quick, quick, change the odds!
Hedge our bets, hedge him.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of the sea, in the ocean, and you see oceanic white tips,
Let's just look up a picture of those.
Well,
then
can't
you're
really swim all
if
that
you see
well.
more than 1, if you see like 2, ooh.
You know what's funny? Dan and I were talking about how we can't really swim at the major, and then Dan literally asked me if I wanted to go swimming with him, like in the ocean. I'm just like, no, Dan, we can't.
Why do you want to go swimming?
go?
Like this is like hashtag new Dan. 2 years ago, I was like, dude, you should really do diving. It'd be great for you. And he's like, yeah, maybe next year. I'm like, nah, you're not gonna do it. You're just chatting nonsense. And he's like, you're almost offensive, but he didn't. He didn't do it.
Like
But now he's talking a big game, which he doesn't normally do.
I'm really scared of sharks and open water, so
The thing is,
That's
if
an
you
obstacle.
Aren't you
the
supposed to,
thing
like,
is though,
punch him in the nose?
if you just learn the science behind diving, I don't think you'd be scared of open water because it's just insane. When you understand buoyancy and the fact you could be in a body of water, not going up or down, and unless you choose to at your leisure, it's a different story. Mayhem's trying to change the story of Sharks in the server now with that pick around main. That takes information away from Cloud9. However, they've got Kusa so close to main, they can still have some info. They can hear the rotation towards B, but can they get into position to defend B?
And here you go, just keeping that pressure on the B bomb side, as you're saying, Sean. They're really favoring this bomb site. Maybe they want to condition their opponents. They are getting the openings here. The good trades come through. Tens has crept forwards, though. That's the bomb down on the ground. The bomb needs to be collected, needs to be planted right now. And Kusa can ambush. Is there time? Oh, he's got time. I think he's got the plant. Oh, he came off of it. He came off the plant. He had time.
Yeah, well...
He actually had time.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, dear.
I don't think he had time. I'm not convinced.
He just started playing
really,
at 4 seconds.
really close.
Yeah. But I think he thought Kusa was going to push him.
Yeah, 50-50. He
It
has
is,
to commit to the plant there.
Yeah.
All
There we
Brazilian
go.
games must be 7-1.
It's looking promising, but now... Was it 7-1 that infamous scoreline that the Brazilian football team lost by?
Yes.
Because for the longest time, there was a 7-1 chat in the spam, and the Brazilians were not happy about it.
No.
There was like a lot of
Which causes it to happen more.
aggression and animosity around that scoreline. But maybe it will quickly change in favor of Sharks because they got the opening frag. However, Kusa has taken May now to elsewhere. Around this ladder position, there can be a body found creeping around E-box now. Leo's closer to the smoke, but still somehow gets a kill. And then there were 3.
Automatic's having a really tough time right now outside.
There's a chance here for Sharks to get something out of this. They really need to mount a comeback here. It's getting out of control, and this is a good start. However, we do have Mixwell lurking by Sandwich, by the hell position. Tens will make his way through ladder room. And goodbye Mixwell. So that's likely a wrap now, although Tens is going to unlock the ladder room. Really nice, really fast. And now there's really nothing he can do.
Through the window.
I love that flash.
Yeah. First saw Rops do that. Don't know who made it though, but it's pretty cool.
What are all the spots it is effective against?
It goes out the window.
Yeah.
So anything facing the window. But closer is better, obviously. The further away you are, the less you are flashed for. But I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen a successful play based off of it or a frag or anything.
Yeah. Same.
It's like a very last ditch because it's kind of it's a little bait because of the sound cue for the glass being smashed as well. It's pretty hard to be effective with it, but it's like a novelty style. You get style points. That's about it.
Does the glass have to be unbroken?
No.
For it to be effective? No?
No. Like he just threw it just now and the glass wasn't through.
Gotcha.
7-2. Sharks. I mean, with the money is rough for Cloud9. This is a big opportunity for Sharks. We've seen it before. It's a very common situation where you can be getting absolutely decimated. If you keep the damage up, then things can turn around. Tens making a play through the smoke. Ill-advised. Goes up, and Mixwell brings Leo Drunky back down to earth. Looking for another one, but the movement from Sharks will keep them alive for the time being. They are a man down, however, but they are up against 2 CZs, but it also has its own danger. Lucan going for the plant, trying to invite a peek from the CTs, and he has invited the movement. He's also getting tagged, and now he loses to that CZ75, excuse me. Exeter and a low health JNT remain. It goes from bad to worse. Daps now with the CZ. This was a chance for Sharks, and it seems they will jump the Shark in this round.
Yeah, this is kind of tough. It really felt like if they're going to win or do anything on this half, they had to win this round. And
yeah, this round could have literally turned the entire half on its head.
But instead, comes to this. Really want to see him do some damage here. And Mixwell is fast to the trigger. And that gives Cloud9 their 8th round. They are looking pretty sturdy on this first half so far.
Yeah, it's crazy how pivotal that round was, huh? So now it looks like Sharks is going to concede this 9th round. Probably do like a pistol half here. haven't really used Ivy all that much.
No, they haven't. That's like a weird thing because it's so common in the defaults and it's so effective to pressure it.
Like they put in almost no pressure on Ivy.
Yeah, the T side of Train is really peculiar. It's a very different map. All the choke points you're working with as the T side are like very far apart from one another in travel time. So it's always an interesting one. You feel kind of committed sometimes, whereas on a lot of other maps you can just easily rotate out of this position into another one.
It's also difficult as Ts to coordinate stuff like that. That's why, you know, Pugs have such a hard time, because you don't have good communication. You know, the Ivy guy's smoked off, the ladder guy isn't, the mid guy isn't. So no one's going at the same time. Okay.
Well, that was a round.
It's like a 1.6 anti-eco.
Apparently, Baby Shark has 3.5 billion views on YouTube.
That's why I don't understand.
So is it some kind of cheesy song?
It's like a kid song. Yeah.
A kid song. What am I doing watching children's music?
Man,
I'm watching watch videos and CS stuff on YouTube.
This thing is huge, James.
Is it like a Gangnam Style type thing?
I guess so, kind of. There's like 2 little kids that dance in it, and it's so popular that they're like touring.
How new of a thing is this?
Not very new.
Okay. I don't feel like I'm missing a whole lot.
You're missing everything.
I have plenty of experience with shots. 9-2, a dominant CT side. We knew Cloud9 would be strong on their CT sides. They have been, and the T sides have been a question mark for them, but they're making it a very small one if they can continue this run on the CT side. Sharks have had opportunities to find their way back into this, and they have failed.
Each team has 3 creeks.
And the thing as well is that, again, no default here. Yes, walk in towards the upper, going for the inner play. Set, piece it up, very straightforward. Dav's trying to keep himself safe here. Good mollies coming in from Sharks initially, getting themselves into position for the bomb plant, but all the CTs make it out of connector. That's a huge problem. That usually means that it's favorable for the CTs on the retake. The Ts have to gain position up the yard, otherwise you get kind of crushed. All these nades do so much damage, down to 1 HP, and that's a wrap. You can't really effectively take this bomb site in 4 buy rounds without taking positioning on the train yard. You have to get behind connector.
Yeah, against some teams that might be okay, right? But what I've seen from Daps and Kusta as far as like their utility is concerned, it's not gonna work against Cloud9. Like his Molotov on ramp completely halted their hit. By the time they actually got to the site, there was 3 people there. At that point, it just becomes very difficult.
Yeah, the nades, especially early rounds, the CTs will have all their nades because you also haven't pressured the map, so you're not forcing them to use the other utility early. So you're going to be up against every nade, and there's nowhere to stand. That kind of shows desperation to me, going for that around like that. So it's a tough one on the T side for Sharks on train. Maybe that's partly due to the average opposition that they're used to playing against as well. Maybe the stuff usually works out, as you said.
Oh, good they are finally using Ivy though.
Nice. I guess we can pay attention to exactly how they work it as well. We're going to see like the common nades. Yeah, more or less, yeah. Let's mix well though with the quick on to Drunky. Cloud9 ready for everything.
Mayan with some footsteps. He's got a teammate to swing for him, and there is the trade. Much needed. They've got ladder, and they have the IV position. Kusta's positioned himself well, though. Exitar alone now. This is a disastrous... Oh, he's 0-10.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
This is a disastrous half for Sharks.
It seems like ever since that second round, whenever they show any presence somewhere, that's where they're going. Yep. Right? Like, they haven't thrown anything at Ivy, I feel like, all half. So
no, you're right.
The one round they throw something there, there's 3 people going to walk up Ivy. Every time they take Brown Hall, they go inner. So it's easy to read right now for Cloud9.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much outside pressure as well. It's as you say, it's either we're going outside or just a lot of nothing, which
Yeah.
allows Cloud9 to kind of set up in whatever way they want. They can conserve utility in whatever way they want. Cloud9 are also like able to shut off choke points really effectively and just all focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, it seems like, you know, Sharks may have a really good CT side. Could be part of the reason why they've chosen to go with this map as well. But the T side against Cloud9 is lacking for sure.
Well, they've got one more round to fight for. 2 more rounds to fight for, excuse me, in this half. Maybe 4 rounds will be enough. Maybe we need to practice training against more North American teams.
It's an interesting scenario Exeter was just in. He saved AK head armor, but had he just died, he would have gotten like 30, 34, 3,400?
Oh dear.
What just happened there?
That is a comfort zone costing Cloud9 a lot. If Sharks can get 2 rounds out of this, that could be huge for them.
It's not over just yet though. You got Mixwell on the bomb train. Dabs there for support. They still have to. Oh, Dabs get shot in the back of the head. Not looking towards hell at all there. And now Mixwell is in the 1 versus 3. And it's Train. You can definitely win these on the CT side. As long as the bomb isn't down, you can definitely win these. Interesting rotation from Leo Drunky, just going all the way around the back of Ivy. Just cutting noise forever, making Mixwell question everything.
It's 35 seconds on the clock. Mixwell jiggling like a belly dancer. No sign of him just yet. Ivy is covered as the default plant comes through. Now all the information is known. The money's not fantastic for Cloud9. He may have to drop twice.
It's only 1 more round though, so.
Yeah, but maybe may demand a save. We shall see. Bomb is ticking. Could choose to thin the numbers. Tick too far for a ninja diffuse to be reasonable. Quiet scope and nothing is found. Sharks finally get a 3rd round on the board. How likely is a 4th though with a full buy coming from Cloud9? Not very likely, I would say. Considering how that round opened up. Not something you can expect to replicate.
Yeah, I feel like they've had a lot of success at catching automatic by that E-box wall. Like they haven't really been able to use it though. I mean, the 2nd round that happened, it happened later on in the half, twice. One time where someone was hiding in the smoke, then there.
Well, some grenades will be tossed outside. A faster round from Sharks, wanting to keep the pace up. Kusa goes close to E-box this time. Automatic playing towards Sandwich. I say Chi coming in. Kusa's been pushing, he's pushed in, flashed in, and that's a 2k. Takes very little damage, and everyone dies before they can get through the choke points. Oh, wow.
That is a disaster.
From the Cloud9 point of view, it's a fantastic CT side for them. 12-3 looking very likely indeed, and there it is secured. A monstrous start from Cloud9, the kind of Cloud9 you do want to see as much as Sharks were missing in that T side. We'll see if they can turn these 3 rounds around in the 2nd half after the break.
Be like Bottle. Build your own community with your very own hub. Join other hubs and play more maps competitively than ever before. Compete for prizes and win FACEIT points just by playing your favorite games. It really is that simple. Join the community or create your own. Only at FACEIT.com.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome. James just heard Baby Shark for the
Are
first
we
time.
gonna get
ever.
DMCA'd now? What's gonna happen?
It sounded like the original. Could happen.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. The sharks will soon be sleeping with the fishes. If they're not careful.
Isn't that where they should be?
Mm-hmm.
So everything's in the right place then.
I guess so.
You tried, Dan.
What do you mean? They should on paper lose this. So that makes sense.
No, but that's why it doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
How do sharks sleep?
I don't know. Because most of them have to continue moving to get oxygen through
Yeah.
the gills. Which is
Exactly.
why it's interesting that nurse sharks just sit around.
Those lazy buggers. Well, here we go. We've got the push coming in through Ivy. Cloud9 will make firm use of that to split onto the outer bomb site. Looking kind of good right now positionally. Frags-wise, everything is going swimmingly for Cloud9.
It's going swell.
That was an excellent split.
That was great.
Very well coordinated.
Train is looking like it's going to be the Cloud9's... The Cloud9's? The map for Cloud9? Map for Train. First map in the series. It's going to go to Cloud9's source. I can't speak, James. It's like, this is what it's like to be you.
Yeah, it's been
Sucks.
a rough game of speaking English. A rough day of week of speaking English. My God, what's wrong with our brains this week, man?
I don't know, I feel
How do I fix my brain?
maybe
Probably with more sleep and less
Sleep, yeah, I was
Counter-Strike,
gonna-
but
I was
I
gonna
can't stop playing Counter-Strike, man.
maybe you need a good bludgeoning, James.
How does that fix anything? That just
you know,
breaks more things.
It's like, you know, when
Your
TV
suggestions
stops
suck,
working.
Dan.
TV stops working, you bludgeon it,
I don't have a TV.
knock it around, maybe some loose
Any
connections in
more
there.
suggestions? Do you have a TV? You have a TV.
No? Oh yeah, I do.
I have a TV, but no TV, but no.
I know
cable.
you have a TV. I've been to your apartment.
It's a nice apartment. Has a TV.
I built a
I
present
even have a
for
kitchen,
his,
James.
for his cat. Does your new cat go in the cat house?
No.
Probably because it smells of the old cat.
Territory thing. You understand.
You understand.
I have a temperature control kettle as well. It's really nice.
Yeah? What else do you have in your flat?
I have...
This
I
is
think
what-
really cool bamboo
this is what happens when
bath
you're on the-
mats, James.
You're on the CS circuit. You don't
Bamboo
even know what you have.
I think I know what that mat is actually. I almost bought it for my apartment.
There
And then
you
I was
go.
like, what's the point? I'm never there.
Man
why
of
buy it?
similar bath mat taste.
You know what's a good buy? An instant hot water machine. That's just like instant boiling water.
That's got to waste so much energy. Like, that's going to drive up your energy cost a lot, right?
I don't know, man.
Don't think about these
Listen,
things.
I just
America.
think about the hot
reminds
water
me-
coming out.
I wanted to buy a Supreme lighter
Yeah,
so
well,
I can heat shrink in style.
Come on, James, it's really off topic. We're going to fire round now.
Oh, excuse me. Let's go back to the bath mats.
Look, Sharks didn't show up, so why should we?
Damn! Oh!
Oh my days.
Sharks have next to no utility to combat what they're seeing at the moment. That's surely, I mean, does 4x3 even work? There was a play going up the ladder on his screen, must be on the radar, but does it matter? No, because everyone's getting deleted. Like the first half, the second is the same. The Sharks are getting finned, left to drown, unable to swim.
Unable to oxygenate their blood.
Yes, that too. That's what happens with the finning of the Sharks. There's a documentary called Shark Water. You should absolutely watch it just to see how horrible the plight of sharks is. They get caught up in nets, and the fishermen cut their fins off and throw them back into the water alive, and they just drown at the bottom of the sea.
That's horrible.
It is horrible, yeah. It's unreal.
Why don't they just kill them?
Because why bother? It's a waste of their time. It's mad, isn't it?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You like literally ruined my night, James.
If you,
He's going to be lying in bed thinking about that later.
I was having a good time.
it's unbelievable. There's actually, I think there's actually footage in the documentary of a shark with no fins sinking. It's mental.
Man.
Here we go, last chance saloon. This entire map has been a non-starter for Sharks. This has been a one-sided affair.
So is it their map pick?
Yep.
So
feel
this
like we
is
need
what
some comic-
smurfing looks like.
James, we need some comic relief after that horrible imagery you just...
No, people need to know about this.
It's true. Ten's going to take down Leo Drunky, and that is a trade. JNT, there we go.
A late resurgence. I don't know if you guys remember the WrestleMania arcade machine back in the day, but you'd be getting battered, and then you get this music, and it would say second wind, and suddenly you just got all this energy. You can start going in.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I back then I was so young, I was like, is this what happens in the real like thing? Like, what is this second wind stuff?
Oh my god.
That's very young.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I was an infant.
Well, you like, is this real life?
My brain wasn't fully developed yet. Still getting there. 3 versus 3 as they make their way into that B-bomb side. Cloud9 looking pretty good, trying to stabilize here. However, JNT with the USP will take down automatic, so they won't be able to get much control of this bomb site.
Tens does have a molly though, Brown Hole.
Nice.
It's gonna come into play here.
And there's no smoke. So what Gusto has to do is just delay long enough. Just delay long enough.
He's got a while yet to go. That smoke will soon be gone.
Man,
and he is
the time is
surrounded.
getting so
That's
close.
a huge frag.
It's over, right?
Yeah. Here it comes. There is, and there's a GG. JNT will fall to the flames. 10 peaks as well, just to make sure, doubly sure. And that is the game. Sharks moving away. Won't change their statistics though. 16-3. Cloud9 absolutely dominant. The sky beats the water. They've parted the Red Sea.
I like that. The sky beats the water.
It looks like there was just nothing here for Sharks. I think the problem is that they showed us on their T side that they don't have any defaults, and there's like an entry level of for your T side of what you need to be able to achieve that they didn't meet.
Yeah, it's weird because yeah, it was their map pick, but I didn't see like any fundamental defaults being run. You know, like normally when a team picks a map, they have their fundamentals down, and then they sprinkle in the strats that we just saw, right? And that's just like the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. I don't know. They were missing a lot. They're missing a lot. They just didn't show up this game.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I don't know how else to put it. I don't often describe a game like that, but it really did. We just saw nothing from them whatsoever. We saw nothing.
Or we just
and that's
spoiled.
disappointing.
We were spoiled with the heroic.
We were, but maybe Sharks spoiled us with previous performances as well because they didn't really have one there. I don't even know. There's nothing to say about these stats. They got battered, basically. They got spanked. Some people pay for that. They had to take it by force. And such is life sometimes. Those highlights were brought to you by NVIDIA, and there'll be more highlights to come as we move over to Nuke, the choice of Cloud9. I look forward to that. Sharks, where are you? Haven't seen you just yet. Better turn up in map 2, which is after the break. See you back here soon.